India was once revered as the mother of all civilizations, a golden bird whose flight knew no bounds. For over 1000 years, India had the largest economy in the world. Even when barter was the way of life, India had its own currency of gold and coins. When counting was still done with lines, the Indian Vedas dealt in zeros reaching to trillions and had even estimated the exact distance between Earth and the Sun along with speed of light. When humans travelled on foot and animals, India was on wheels and even had conceptualized Vaimanika Shastra dedicated to the science of building aircrafts. It was India's rich heritage that inspired the world's greatest thinkers to study in Nalanda, the oldest university of the world. Yet, India lived peacefully in its most prosperous villages, rich in heritage and culture, with a life centered around cows, farming, and most importantly, a deep search for spiritual truth that was the way of life. This was the legacy of India once upon a time. The Bhakti Vedanta University is an attempt to bring back and preserve the legacy of ancient Vedic India. The university will be established over 75 acres in a pristine location in the land of Vrindavan, also known as the spiritual capital of the world. It will be the world's first such university that will impart systematic education centered around 5 key pillars of Indian civilization, with leadership development being its central pillar. The first pillar recognizes that India's culture and the Indian way of life can truly contribute to the global harmony and peace. The Bhakti Vedanta University will identify and preserve 64 prominent performing and creative art forms from the ancient times, many of which are now nearing extinction. The school will not only teach the art forms but also train students on how to promote arts as an agent of change to the modern world. The School of Theology will scientifically teach the spiritual wisdom from Gita, Upanishads, and other Vedic literature, and will also personalize the education for learners of various backgrounds. The School of Sanskrit Studies will teach Sanskrit from the very basics and use digital technology to make the language easy to learn. Further applications of Sanskrit in various emerging fields will be taught to keep the language relevant to today's times. With the old farmers aging and the new generation moving to cities, our world's survival now depends on the revival of its villages and their age-old occupations. The Bhakti Vedanta University aims to protect this rural fabric through village-centric vocational education that preserves the know-how of the Vedic times but also infuses various modern advancements to make such occupations viable and easy to adopt. The university will not only empower village women and unemployed youth but also train urban residents to become the new age farmers and the next generation rural entrepreneurs. The third pillar will focus on exploring the scientific truth, as truth must be dearer among the many objectives of our human lives. Bhakti Vedanta University will connect revelations from the ancient Vedic literature with the modern science such that we can find answers to the many puzzles of our existence, be it the origin of life, structure of an atom, nature of the universe, concept of infinity, and workings of our mind. The Bhakti Vedanta University will unravel the ancient sciences of health and wellness and cultivate the next generation of healthcare leaders, equipped with the authentic know-how of yoga, natural healing, and mindfulness. With a special focus on mental health, the university will study the impact of various Vedic healing methods on the mind, brain, and consciousness, and develop patentable treatments to bring peace in the lives of many. The ancient universities of India cultivated some of the greatest thought leaders, and the Vedic knowledge continued to transform the lives of many. Reliving this trend, The Bhaktivedanta University will be a true melting pot of future entrepreneurs, administrators, thinkers, and change makers that will cut across the boundaries of nations, religions, occupations, gender, and inequality, and whatever holds the humanity back in its pursuit of one peaceful, harmonious world.
Our beautiful country India, Bharatavarsha, houses, as of now, more than 900 universities, including top brands such as IITs. However, we have not been able to contribute significantly to the cause of science and technology. Western civilization has been very good in exploring the external experience or the external world, leading to sophisticated technology, while we Indians are very good at experiencing the inner world that looks at the world in a very holistic manner, leading to the universal value system. Currently, these two worlds are disjoint and hence resulted in erosion of value system and existential crisis with global warming, climate change, and extinction of many species. Can we bring a third paradigm where we can connect this exploration of the inner world with the exploration of the outer world, leading to the development of holistic science and technology for a harmonious and sustainable world, one earth and one family. Bhaktivedanta University will be dedicated to this third paradigm. I invite you all to join this humble endeavor to create this world-class university with a new vision for global peace and happiness. Hare Krishna.